This guy's talking about where we can actually find one of the monsters that we're supposed to beat for this chapter. Let's leave that for later. A man with a weed allergy. That was a nice one, yeah. Okay, I think this is everything we can find here. Let's try talking with Mr. Grizzly. Oh, he's not here. Damn. Kumahige Sensei. If you're looking for Mr. Grimwood, he's hard at work in his room in the second floor right now. He's very busy lately, huh? Really, I didn't notice. The mayor asked him to draft up a preliminary constitution for if Crossbell really does become independent. What? A constitution? As in, separate from our autonomous state law? Constitutions are basic outlines of fundamental principles used to provide a legal basis for the creation of a political entity. They establish the precedents and structures under which a governing body will operate. That includes sovereignty, free from external interference. Drafting a constitution is an indispensable step in achieving recognition as a nation. Not gonna lie, all of that went over my head. That's not surprising. That's why we're letting our lawyer do that. Kumahige Sensei's work is international after all. It's only natural he found himself on Croiss's orbital speed dial. Exactly. If anyone can draft Crossbell a new constitution, it's Mr. Grimwood. Would you mind telling him hello for us then, Pete? Say the SSS is rooting for him. Well, that's, never mind. The door is locked. Okay. Next up is the downtown district, I believe. Or maybe the East Street. Is there anything in the East Street? I'm not sure. I guess we can talk to some people. He's walking super hard. I wish he had time to play with me too. I definitely already bought this. Hi, Mom. Serena's going to be coming home late from work tonight, so she asked me to look after Yugot later today. I'm sure she'll be hungry by the time she gets back, so I should cook a hearty dinner for them both. Oh, that's nice. No comment for Noelle in the party this time around. Looks like the Bond family is out. Oh, what's this? My wife and daughter came from her parents' home in Erebonia to visit me. Oh, that's cute. She never even told me they were coming. What a happy surprise. I missed them so much. Yeah, this guy felt lonely in this building somehow. Have you lost weight, dear? Living alone isn't an excuse to start eating poorly, you know? Please, Sepia, cut me a little slack. Oh. Anything in the Bracer Guild? Pull your weight, Lloyd. Don't leave too much work for my other co-workers. Yeah, Arios, Shizuku had a surgery, so Arios is with her right now. Okay, let's avoid the fishing guild. I just don't want to go there at all. I have to take care of that at some point. Our family came here for lunch today. There they are. This mapo dish is delicious. Oh no. Would you like to order something? All our customers are talking about what happened at the trade conference. Was what the mayor said really that huge a deal? Oh, speaking of, Sister Reese, the SSS, fancy meeting you here. Hi Reese, are you here for lunch? Indeed, I came into town on my way for something to eat. The fried rice at this restaurant is simply delectable. Oh Reese, you haven't lost your love for food. She's right though, that does look good. But what about the plate count? She's gonna put Shan through college at this rate. There's something odd about seeing a church sister in a place like Long Lao. What an odd combination. Ellie doesn't seem to think it's weird at all. Was there anything... Oh right, I was going to the downtown district specifically for stuff at the exchange shop. Hello Jingo, Mama's out drinking. She's been busy sorting out through our inventories since early this morning. Downing a few stiff ones is her way of rewarding herself, she said. How old are you? What are you calling stiff ones? I want to get this, but I don't know how to get the items. Anyway, I should be looking for this. Bitter Burger 3. How do I get this? I'm gonna have to go fight some enemies outside. Because I think Bitter Burgers are... They are either a dish or they're a monster drop. They're probably a dish. Let me check my cooking manual. Recipe. Oh yeah, it's the bad burger. Okay, Ellie, it's time for you to fuck up your cooking and get me some burgers. Let's save here. Do we have... I don't think we have the quartz that lets us mess up more often. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Well, we can still trust in the natural odds for doing this. I can just save scum it. And you should too. We have exactly the amount of materials we need to fuck this up twice. So we're definitely gonna save scum it. Failure. It's not what we wanted though. I wonder if it might be worth waiting for later in the game. Wait for us to get the quartz that lets us do this. I don't actually remember how hard it is to get bitter burgers. I think I got them accidentally at one point, just trying to get cat food. And that's why I have one instead of none right now. There you go. There's one. Let's save. No, got two in a row. Cool. Dude, I'm playing the game with a walkthrough. Come on. I don't care about this. Why would I put myself through that in particular? Trade other, a Cervic Martian. We can't really give this to Kia right now, but it's a decoration for her room. Okay, let me just pull this out again, just to make sure there's nothing that I'm missing inside the city. This should be everything. We got the jukebox. We bought the music box from Imelda. We got the mini velo bike. We got a bunch of recipes just running around. Let's place them back in the SSS. Actually, let's just take a look as well. Might as well see if there's anything happening around here. Ashley, getting her stiff ones. Business is booming down here lately, huh? Starting to get a little jealous. How about referring some customers to my place after they have a drink? That sounds nice, sending them to a weapons shop after getting drunk. They seem to get well along. They seem to get along well enough. Doesn't surprise me, they're both all on the screwy side. I tried making a cocktail. It looked too funky to put on the menu, but the ingredients are definitely good for the body. Here, try it for yourself. Received purple liquid. Thanks. Bye. Was that even listed in the... Oh yeah, it was listed in the walkthrough. I just happened to find it. I saw some delinquents talking into this thing he was holding up to his ear. I wonder what it was. Could it have been an enigma? A delinquent? Anything happening here? I wonder what Walt's doing now. Doesn't look like he's been at his pad for a while either. Hasn't been a trace for the guy anywhere for 3 days now. Last time he was spotted was when Wei and them ran into him in the Harbor District. Yeah, and Wall totally ignored them when they tried to get his attention. Spooky. These guys don't know where Wald is? That's concerning. Spooky, spooky, spooky. Anything up here? Oh, I forgot about Gable. Mayor Croix has really gotten undone it this time. The representatives of the Imperial and Republican factions are on a shakier precipice than ever now. Wait a minute, why am I talking about politics? Fuck politics. I need to start reflecting on what to do with my future instead. Politics is what got me into this shitty place. I want to go back with mom and dad someday. Oh yeah, your dad went in with his fucking construction gear. Does he not own any other clothes? No, now I feel bad. I'm actually kind of poor shaming the people here. Okay, let's leave. It's like, poor people smell. Oh boy. I'm sorry. It just came out like that. Okay, I think we've done everything inside the city. Okay, let's go to St. Ursula. We were told to go there earlier anyway, so it's as good a time as any. Let's also change the color while we're at it. It's been a minute. Oh, that's cute. Got SSS on the side. This is probably Noel's favorite color. Looks just like her. Yeah, probably need to go up to Shizuku's room to find her. What's this? I don't think the results of Shizuku's surgery were all bad. There's some glimmers of hope to be found there. The fact that her eyesight recovered even a little bit is a step in the right direction. So maybe now she can see... Maybe now she can see light. Or just tell when she's in a bright room or in the dark. Martha slapped my butt. It scared me half to death. Why did she have to do it so hard? I can still feel it jiggling. I have to admit though, it's like she slapped all the doom and gloom right out of me. Okay. Hi Cecile. Morale at the hospital has been at an all-time low since Shizuku's operation. Still, that's just all the more reason we nurses have to keep a smile on our faces. You're right, having Kia in our lives has taught us just how powerful a good smile can be. I'm sure you can provide the same pick-me-up for the patients, Cecile. If anyone can melt their worries away, it's you. That's kind of you to say. The hospital may be down on morale, but Shizuku's still holding out hope. We owe it to her to do the same. Okay. Should be room 304. Let's go in. Hi, Sergey. I'm told that the SSS has taken on the cryptid investigation. My apologies. Such matters are typically under Bracer jurisdiction, but with me being away from the guild right now... Knock it off, you don't need to worry about that. It's still a joint investigation, not like my kids are biting off more than they can chew. Trust them to take care of things for today at least. So you say. Come on, you know as well as anyone how much they've grown this year. I mean, we've got enough time to visit you. If you ask me, a dad's place at times like this is right beside his daughter. I'm in your debt, Sergey. Thank you, Chief. That's very nice of you. Pardon us. The SSS. I thought you were doing my job. I told him I'd be coming alone since all of you were supposed to be busy today. Sorry about that, Chief. We wanted to check in on Shizuku ourselves. Oh, she doesn't have... her ice clothes. Thank you for visiting, SSS. Oh, Shizuku, I've never seen you with your eyes open like that. Does that mean your sight is back? No, not exactly. Like, she doesn't have the little shiny glimmer in the eyes that most characters do in their portrait art. No, not exactly. They look a little dull. Dr. Sealand did everything that she could as the operating surgeon. On paper, the procedure was a success, but her vision has not fully recovered. All that has returned thus far is her ability to perceive light around her. That's so. I am sorry to hear that. Don't worry about me, everyone. I'm okay. But since you're all here, would it be alright for us to all take a walk to the roof together, Father? That'd be nice. I was just starting to think it's a little crowded in here. We could all use some fresh air. But Shizuku just had surgery. Shouldn't she be taking it easy? The doctor said her condition is stable, so long as she isn't exposed to strong light for an extended period of time. Seeing as today's a little overcast, there shouldn't be an issue. I'll inform the staff. Would you all help her out of bed and make sure she's ready to go? So the Divine Blade of Wind has a soft spot for his darling little girl. Add him to the list, I suppose. He's always like that. Father is a kind man once you get to know him. And now we can go for a little jog, skip, and walk with the guy. We're up for it. I'm excited already. Watch your step, Shizuku. I will, Father. The breeze is so nice, and the sunlight is so warm. I almost forgot how bright it could get. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Shizuku. Now that I think about it, Arios did mention something about you being able to perceive light again. I'm still unable to make out any details, but yes, that's right. I can sense how bright it is now, almost like there's a white haze all around me. A white haze. I think I can imagine it. Your eyes know there's light there, but it's not the same as having vision. It's getting gloomy. I'm very happy that something happened. You are? Well, at first I was upset that I didn't get all my eyesight back, of course. At that point I started giving up hope that I was ever going to get better. But after thinking about it, I realized this was the first treatment I've ever had that's made this much progress. That means my eyes can still get better, even if it takes a long time. It gave me reason to believe again. Plus, I don't want to let down everyone that's believed in me. So I'm not going to give up. I want to continue my treatment. Shizuku, you're amazing. Not everyone has that kind of strength. Well, I don't know if I'd call it strong. I still need everyone's help. Without Father here to pay my hospital bills for me, I don't know what I'd do. As long as you haven't given up, I'll support you for as long as it takes. So don't worry about that, Shizuku. Just focus on getting better for us. That's exactly what your mother would want to. You're right, Father. Thank you. I know Mother is with the goddess, watching over us. So I'll keep doing my best to make full recovery, for you and her both. Kid's got some fire in her belly, huh? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I'd say she gets it from her mother, if anything. It's almost time for us to return to your room, Shizuku. Doctor's orders. Oh, yes, of course. We'll walk you back inside. Poor Shizuku. Afterwards, Lloyd and the others enjoyed a few moments of light conversation in Shizuku's hospital room. Alright, should be heading back to work. Much appreciated, Sergei. We'll see you tonight, Chief. Will do. I'll be expecting to hear all about your cryptid investigation. With the Divine Dad of Wind here taking some time off, this is your chance to close the gap. The Divine what? Bye, guys. I can't believe he said that with the man still in the room. Who else do we know who could get away with that? Well, he is my former superior. I can afford him a little bit of leeway. Anyway, you go back to doing my job. I'll be here with my kid. We'll do what we can. Thank you for covering for Dad, everyone. I hope your work goes well. The Dad of Wind. Dad of War. Oh wait, wrong way. Is that everything in the hospital? I think it is. Yeah, probably so. I think there's one more thing we can find. Let me just try going to other places around Crossbow. I want to check on the police academy first, just to see if we can get another chance at finding Juna since her siblings are running around. But probably not. This is someone new. Just a random cadet. Man, does he really only appear once at the beginning? That's crazy. Okay. Should be Belgard Gate that has an event for us. I think it was Alfonso that asked yesterday who the lady that Randy is supposedly meant to be together with, let's say, is. And she's right here. How's it hanging, Warrant Officer Morel? Working hard or hardly working? You know very well the answer to that question, Angry Morel. The angry face. Honestly, Randy, I told you just the other day that I was promoted to second lieutenant. Ignore him. Congratulations on your promotion. I mean, Randy even told us that he wanted to get her a gift because of that while we were at the beach episode. I was gonna say resort and the word just wouldn't come to mind. Feels nice to be moving up, but it also means I've got to be saddled with additional responsibilities. I'll just have to buckle down and apply myself even more from here on out. Even more? Like you're walking around with a stun halberd up your ass already. You're gonna get burned out if you keep that up. You gotta learn how to chillax. Be as cool as the other side of the pillow. Angry Muriel. I don't recall asking for life advice from you. But thank you for spoiling our pleasant conversation. Promotion or not, some things never change, huh? By the way, where's that gift I bought for your promotion? Aren't you going to wear it? You know, that shiny little thing I picked up at Michelin? Oh, that's right, you were looking at brooches while we were there. Be reasonable, Randy. You know I can't wear something like that on a uniform. I'm a ranking officer of the CGF. It's too flashy, so I put it away as a keepsake. I mean, it's not like I care about it, Baka. Okay, brothers. I hope you have a good night. Thanks for dropping by. I hope the D3 grind keeps going well and that you don't keep accidentally murdering sheriffs. I guess it's okay if you plan for it in video games. But yeah, see you later. I stuffed it away somewhere out of sight because I couldn't stand to look at it! That's right, I bet I just tossed it in the back of my desk or something. Good night, brothers. You're blushing! Cute. Man, I have a weakness for this kind of character. Anything from Sonia? Crossbow can't ignore the potential threat these mysterious cryptids pose. Unfortunately, due to the political climate, the CGF must focus on our state borders. I'm counting on all of you to spearhead the investigation in our stead. We won't let you down, Commander. Alright. I think that's everything in terms of just little side events. And we can start moving on to quests. Okay. Let me save again. And there's actually a hidden quest back in Crossbow that we should take care of. Where's our car? Where'd I leave my car? Ah. Why don't you use the parking lot? I guess that's just for the bus. I'm trying to remember where it's supposed to be. So there was a quest, a normal side quest here at the CPD. Wondering if coming in won't just start it up. It's not the one I'm trying to do. No, talk to Fran while we're here, since it didn't actually start the quest. Hey guys, looks like you were saddled with handling those cryptids, huh? Reports said that they were like that monster you encountered back in the old mine outside of Mainz. Yeah, the Telethia. Is there something bothering you, Fran? It's just, I don't want anything to happen to you guys. They say these guys are really strong. Well, that's true, but I promise we won't bite more than we can chew. You don't have to worry so much, Fran. Yeah, I know. The SSS already made it through way tougher things than this. I'll keep cheering you on all the same, and once you come home, you'll have a patented Fran's secret smile on your terminal waiting to hear from you. I call dibs on making the next report. That's cute. Just speeding through this. Did we get any? Oh, looks like we did. Page 2, information terminal 2 on Gnosis. Did we get any others? Or was it just one? I guess not. Let's try to keep going. That's the second page on this thing, right? Gnosis, drug made from Pleroma grass, legendary plant which grows directly on top of septium veins. Let's see. D can draw knowledge from the connected minds and thereupon stimulate her growth. When enough knowledge is amassed to activate wisdom, D will be resurrected. Moreover, Gnosis left room for improvement. By pushing the capabilities of its user to their limits, the supply of knowledge to D would steadily increase. After 500 years of research, our order has increased the effects of Gnosis and repeated the so-called ceremonies. Yeah, still don't know what they were planning from that. Only from actually having played the game before. That was cheating. So here's our hidden side quest that I was planning to do before actually doing the real ones. Sorry, Margaret, how could you do this to me? You never had eyes for other men before. What changed? I have to do something before I lose her for good. I must. I mean, it feels like you guys, like you would do better if you just went your separate ways. It's Vice Commissioner Pierre. Not often you see him on the first floor. It looks like something's troubling him. The SSS? How long have you been how long have you all been standing there? Don't tell me you heard what I was saying just now. Well, we didn't catch anything specific, if that makes you feel better. We did mention something about a Margaret having eyes for other men. Gulp. You have the name of your favorite hostess, Vice Commissioner. That's my wife! How dare you! Watch your slanderous mouth! Margaret is the name of my Mrs. Mrs.? Sorry, the goblin voice is not going away. You mean your wife? Yes, you fool! Between losing my wedding ring and being passed over for the role of commissioner, she's been nagging me like never before. Wait, what am I doing telling you all this? That's right, the vice commissioner came off as pretty whipped when he lost his ring. That was months ago, but from the sound of things, it's still giving him grief. So be it, I have no choice. Beggars can't be choosers at times like these. Look live, SSS, I'm giving you a top secret mission straight from your vice commissioner. Top secret? What are you talking about? I'll be frank, I would like for you to investigate my wife. You want us to look into your old lady? Would utilizing your position for private matters not violate department policy? You let me worry about department policy. Time is of the essence here. Consider it a formal support request or whatever they're called, if it makes you feel better. Now what do you say? I guess we could. What should we do? Help the poor guy out. Okay, you clearly need a hand, so... Can you start over? I'll tell you everything you need to know, but not out in the open. Follow me to my office. Jeez. Your wife has been seeing a host? That's right. I gave up on the voice, I'm sorry. As I understand it, she's been going to several clubs lately. There's one host in particular whom she's been meeting with in secret. And you're positive this man is a host? Don't you think you should have a little more faith in your wife? I do, but I decided to risk it all to find out for sure. That's why I came across this evidence in her purse. Margaret is meeting with a mystery man named Clyde. It was right there in her daily planner. What kind of man has a name like that? Was he? Do you know anyone named Clyde in your line of work? I want to say it's categorically wrong either. I've never heard of a host that goes by Clyde, and believe me, I would have. What? Seriously, was he? Hey, it's a social business. Generally speaking, I know the names of all the hosts working in the clubs of the entertainment district. I can't rule out the chance that he's some rookie who slipped my notice, though. You seem awfully knowledgeable about this. Don't tell me you're the new addition to the SSS, the one who is, in fact, a host. Why, yes. You scoundrel! You're a member of the police force. What would people say if they found out what you did off-duty? Let's just ignore this part of it. What matters now is finding what your wife is up to. That's right, and trust us, we already tried to lecture him on that particular issue. There's no getting through to him. Their words, not mine. Back on topic. You searched through her purse, didn't you? That's fucked up. Did you find anything that would help, though? Well, let me think. Now remember, her appointment reminders also had a location penciled in alongside them. She's been visiting the restaurant in Central Square almost every afternoon. Well, it sounds like we know where to go. If this Clyde truly is a host, why would he meet your wife in broad daylight? It's not uncommon. A little secret tryst while the husband's at work. It happens more often than you'd think. Plenty of hosts have regulars they only meet with during the day. Let's not rile him up anymore. Are you doing it on purpose? Who, me? Why, I'd never. At any rate, I think we have a good grasp on the situation now. Would you mind stepping back and leaving it to us? Whatever you think is best. Just make sure you get to the bottom of it. But do so with the utmost discretion. Am I clear? Understood. We'll get right to it. We'll get right on it. I can't believe we agreed to this. Well, he seemed genuinely concerned. I think it's worth investigating to see the truth of the matter ourselves. Now you're just curious about it yourself. Let's try the restaurant in the Central Square first. If his wife has been there with this alleged host often, we might be able to get some information from the two directly. Sounds as good a lead as any. Shall we be off? He seems really into it. All heart emotes and everything. Okay, some choices might pop up. There are extra DP you can get from doing the right thing, so I'm just saving in case I have to redo anything. Behold, the wife. You have a keen eye, Margaret. Forgive me if I'm being out of line, but you truly are a waster on your husband. Fuck. Oh, Clyde, you always have such a way with words. Ha 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 ha. So this is Clyde, is it? He doesn't look like any host I've met before. We should grab a seat nearby and listen in on them. Let's split up and sit at different tables then. You got Ellie and Lloyd with their child. No, I'm kidding. Poor Tio. I looked over at that pamphlet from before, and seeing those photos, well, I just about fell in love on the spot. Did you now? Perhaps the two of us could go and visit sometime then. If you'd like, I could even arrange for a room at the hotel. Oh, no, there's no need for that. I've already gone. The view was just magnificent, not a single thing to complain about. Subarashi! And it certainly simplifies things too. They do seem comfortable around each other. Seems like they're planning a trip to Michelin. Something seems off though. The guy's being way too much of a kiss-ass. We still don't have any decisive evidence yet though. Well now, with that out of the way, I'll just be excusing myself. Of course, of course. Oh, and I'll see you again at the club? At New Blank in the entertainment district, yes. You can expect me there, ma'am. I wouldn't want to keep you from what you've been dreaming of any longer than necessary. I can hardly wait. Because the date is over. What should we do, Lloyd? Maybe we can follow them. Yeah. Randy, Wasi, and I will go after Clyde. Ellie, Tio, and Noel, you three follow Margaret. Make sure you don't get spotted, no matter what. Understood. Let's blow this joint. Why don't we just ask one of them what's up? Sorry to keep you waiting, Clyde. I mean, who cares if the wife finds out that we were sent by her husband? Pierre sucks anyway. I brought what we discussed. Thank you very much, sir. How did things go? Very well, actually. She's been quite enthusiastic about the idea. We'll be closing the deal later at New Blanc. That's good to hear. Almost time for the next cruise ship. I'll head back to Michelin and make sure everything's in order. It's up to you now, Clyde. Secure this contract and I'll rocket you straight to the top of the firm. Won't let you down, sir. Okay, looks like he's a salesman. Okay, Clyde, you've got this. He's like psyching himself up. Oops. I would just beat him up a bit. Has a car and everything. I don't think that's common for hosts. Or maybe it is. Maybe they're loaded. Do you have a car, Wazzy, that you haven't told us about? Let's contact Ellie and the others. You should regroup at police HQ for now. I think we have just enough to nail down who this Clyde person really is. Afterward, Lloyd contacted Ellie and the others, who started shadowing the Vice Commissioner's wife. They decided to meet at the police department to relay the information to the Vice Commissioner. How did the investigation go? Has my wife been having an affair with a host or what? Please calm down, Vice Commissioner. Ellie, what happened when you trailed Miss Margaret? Well, we watched her closely as we could, but we didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She eventually went back home. She didn't meet anyone else on the way. She does plan to meet this Clyde person at New Blanc later. What? What does he think he's doing, taking my wife to a seedy place like that? Oh, that's the last straw. I'll assemble a SWAT team and storm the New Blanc. Please don't. They're gonna get murdered. Last thing you want to do is send armed officers there, you know, considering who owns the place. That host gets closer to sinking his lecherous fangs into my Margaret. I don't think you have to worry about her falling prey like that. At least, not as far as hosts are concerned. What do you mean? Wazzy had it figured out from the start. But I don't think this Clyde is a host at all. Pardon me? If he's not a host, then what is he? He is a salesman. From what we could tell, Clyde is most likely a salesman. A salesman? Going off his speech patterns, it does sound like he wanted to sell something. Just not his body or a good time. He's got the wrong attitude for it. A top-class host escorts this lady with courtesy, but he would never humble himself more than necessary. We weren't there to grovel. I don't know if I'd put it quite like Wazzy did, but my conclusion is more or less the same. From what I could tell, Clyde and your wife didn't look at all like they were having an affair. If pushed, I'd say they came off more as buyer and seller. That's the impression I got anyway. Seeing as they've met several times now, it wouldn't be unreasonable to say they're working out a business deal of some kind. Because what sort of purchase is he sweet-talking my wife into? Well, if we keep running with this theory, I think we can figure out what kind of salesman he is. Clyde most likely deals in real estate. Sorry. So he was trying to sell her a property? Michelin did come up during their conversation. At first I thought it was about a vacation, but that pamphlet suggested otherwise. It's probably promoting upscale properties for sale in Michelin. Then he received something from a man in a suit. The way they spoke to each other gave me the sense that it was his boss. He might have been delivering him a contract of some sort that needed her signature. If we piece all this together, Clyde is a real estate agent who's been in talks with your wife about buying a property. It's going well. Looks like Margaret likes it. She even went to Michelin to scope it out. If this is all true, to explain why she's been meeting with this man so often. Everything's starting to fall into place. And today they entered final negotiations, which means the contract will be signed during their meeting at New Blank. Wait a second. That'll mean my Margaret is trying to buy property in Michelin. Sorry, just Margaret, not my. Without even consulting me, wouldn't it? I'm not made of money. Does she know how little a vice commissioner makes? How am I supposed to put up that kind of mirror? Maybe she took out a loan? That's a possibility. He may even have convinced her to take out an unreasonably large one. This is worse than I could have imagined. I bet. I'm going to storm into New Blank myself. I'm not going to let this shark swindle my wife right underneath my nose. I'll give this Clyde fellow a piece of my mind and drag Margaret out of there, even if it's the last thing I do. Thus spoke the henpecked husband. I feel like we just flipped some horrible switch inside of him. Well, we're already here, so why don't we all go and help you? I can't argue with that, but is that really the reason you want to go? He just wants to he just wants to see the drama. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, if we don't hold him back, I highly doubt anyone else will. You know, we don't got much of a choice. My old pal Sax is probably on bouncer duty at the door right now. Let's help him go in. You're coming with me, and that's final. Yes, sir. And that's what's up. I think you can let us squeeze on by, Sax. Oh, and we'll want to keep this a secret from Shirley and Uncle Sigmund. But I'm sure you already knew that part. I was just wondering when you'd show up again. Didn't expect this to be the reason, though. You really lost your touch, huh, Commander Randolph? Just like the young miss said. Stop calling me that already. Alright, I'll look the other way this once. Think of it as a little favor from me to you. Just don't stir up trouble inside, got it? You know, that's kind of up to this guy. Thank you. Well, I played my part. Looks like they haven't arrived yet, so you'd better get inside if you're gonna ambush them. I think I'm just gonna sit this one out. That's fine, we should keep a lower profile anyway. I'm going in one way or another. Now decide amongst yourselves who else will be joining me. Let me check if you might get extra points with a specific character here. Nah, I think Watts is just gonna force himself in. I'll go. I've been looking forward to this since we took this request. Yep. The Vice Commissioner, Lloyd, and myself should be plenty, yes? Yeah, that should work. There's some extra points for Wazzy. Make sure to contact us with your enigmas if you need backup. Will do. Okay, you two, let's head inside. In we go! Okay, we requested that your wife and that man be seated at the table over here once they enter the club. I'll do just fine. It's nice that they're really helping us, like the people in the club. If it turns out he really is some crooked real estate agent, I'll see to his arrest myself. Believe me when I say I'd love to see that. Don't look now, but I think that's them over there. Right this way, sir. My, but this is a fancy club. Is this your first time visiting, Margaret? I would think you've already seen everything Crosswell has to offer, with your husband so high up in the police. Oh, please, that's a riot. He may be the vice commissioner, but his salary is peanuts. He'd much rather drink the night away with some hostess in a dingy bar than take his own wife out to dinner. Ooh, my apologies then. It may only be noon, but allow me to kickstart the proceedings by buying you a drink. I'd be happy to accept. Don't worry, Vice Commissioner. Shut up. So what if this snooty little tap room is beyond my means? A dingy bar suits me better. What's so wrong with that? Nothing, besides your overwhelming inferiority complex. Bringing him with us was a mistake. Shall we get down to business, then? Clyde retrieved what appeared to be a contract from his briefcase. As you requested, the purchase agreement for the villa in Mishlam's residential area. Simply sign your name on the dotted line and it's all yours. Oh, how I've been waiting for this moment. That sounds expensive. I would be more than happy to sign. It's contract for... We were right. It's a contract for property at the resort. So what's the plan now? We still haven't learned whether this deal is on the up and up or not. Stay. Stay away from my wife, you charlatan! What? Pierre? Pierre. I was gonna say Pierre. Oh no, this can only go well. I'm surprised that Wasi wasn't just smiling in that line. What in the world are you doing here? Cancel this deal at once, Margaret. This crooked realtor is swindling you. I beg your pardon? Crooked? I haven't done anything wrong in the least. Funny joke, funny man. You can't fool me. Pierre. You're whining and dining my wife, buttering her up into taking some kind of ridiculous loan out on this property, aren't you? Pierre. It'll be a cold day in hell before I let you sink your grubby hands into us like that. Pierre. Stay silent, woman. As the CPD's vice commissioner, Pierre. How would you pronounce that slowly? I'm sorry, Snookums. With thunder and lightning in the background. This is the quickest surrender I've ever seen. Did you hear that whip crack? You go, Margaret. How do I put up with you? You're supposed to be a vice commissioner. How could you so blindly jump up to the wrong conclusion and treat this man like a criminal? Have you no shame? Well, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. So how are you gonna pay for this? It is a misunderstanding? Well, now I'm hooked. Go on, Margaret. Spill that tea and don't leave a drop. Very well. Clyde here is a respectable realtor who deals in luxury properties. There's nothing crooked about him at all. But I don't understand. We don't have nearly enough funds to splurge for someone like that. Actually, I recently took up trading stocks in my spare time, and I've been making a killing. These past few days have earned me more than your salary could in half a decade. Stocks? To be honest, my patience with you has reached its limit. You're a pitiful man who can hardly look his own wife in the eye. Even your position was only earned through luck and connections. And I don't know if it's just so you can avoid being at home with me, but your late night drinking binges are straining our finances. You were in a much better mood when you thought you were the next commissioner in line after the old one was dismissed. But then the other vice commissioner was chosen over you. Your sour grapes have made you grouse and complain incessantly ever since. Isn't that a little harsh? Quite honestly, I didn't think I could live with you any longer. That was the reason I consulted Clyde. I hoped I could use my earnings to purchase a home for myself. Oh! The plan was to separate from you before eventually filing for a divorce. Originally, that is. Out come the claws. Now it's getting good. Were you born without the ability to feel compassion? I mean, no, he kind of... Seems like better for the both of them. Did you say originally? Huh? You organized all of this because you were afraid of losing me, didn't you? Up to now, you've been too afraid of me to step foot in the house. I'm impressed that you went through with all this. So tonight, I want you to come home so that we can sit down and talk this through. Together. Margaret? I'm very sorry, Clyde, but we're going to have to put this purchase on hold. That can't be, Margaret. We were so close. It's not as if I've cancelled the deal entirely, but it was wrong of me to negotiate alone. I look forward to discussing this again in the future. Pierre and I may not be separating, but the property still interests me. I'm sure I'll purchase it eventually. I would have preferred to close the deal today, but I suppose I can't force you to sign a contract. I'll just excuse myself then. Man, that's gonna be annoying to explain to his boss, but I guess it is what it is. I'm surprised she even cares enough. I guess they married for a reason in the first place. It makes me feel kind of bad of suspecting him the way we did. Oh, who cares about his feelings? What matters is that we kept the vice commissioner thinking marriage of Flapflo. That's what you care about? Are you sure? Are you sure you would not prefer to see it go the other way around? I should be going too, Pierre. I'll see you again tonight. We have plenty to discuss, so come straight home after work, understood? No detours. Yes, Newcombs. And so he dons the leash yet again. Ahem, excellent work today, SSS. We're glad that everything worked out in the end. It's a relief to know your wife wasn't being taken advantage of. That's all well and good, yes, but now I'm going to be paying out the nose for a villa I've never even seen before. I mean, it looks like your wife can handle that. At least we're not getting a divorce. I suppose we can use the new place as a weekend retreat. Sometimes you gotta give the lady what she wants. Besides, the funds are coming out of her own stock market earnings in the first place. Which is a whole different kind of worms. How did Margaret even manage to? As if I need another reminder of how much more capable she is than me. You reap what you sow, as they say. Be that as it may, as long as I'm still a married man at the end of the day, I'm grateful. You have my thanks, SSS. Anytime, Vice Commissioner, you can always count on us. We'll just show ourselves out now. Quest Pierre's Marital Peril completed.